Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Ritual Flow. For today's reading, we are looking at the energy surrounding Venus moving into Libra. Venus will move into the sign of Libra on November 8th and remain there until December 4th. And Venus is a planet that describes how we love things, how we attract things that we desire into our lives, how we connect and relate to one another. And the sign of Libra is a sign that is ruled by Venus. So this is a very important time for attracting things into your life that are bringing you a greater sense of balance, harmony. This could be relationships, other things that you find peace in, things that feel beautiful to you. There's also this element of connecting more deeply with a sense of fairness. I'm getting for some of you a situation that's been imbalanced and unfair towards you. In some way, it's going to be resolving itself during this time, or coming back into balance. There could be a decision that you've been struggling to make. And as Venus shifts into Libra, you're going to be attracting the answer to that solution, like which path that you are supposed to go in. There's also a message here about clearing up any sort of inauthenticity, like fakeness in relationships that you have with other people, or in the ways that you relate to other people. There's something here about allowing yourself to be seen for who you truly are, and no longer entertaining connections with people where they are being false, inauthentic, not true to themselves. Okay, so let's get into this reading and see what will be going on for you during this time. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what does not. Not every message is going to fit the energy of everyone. If it's not resonating with you, don't try to force it to fit. This is also a timeless reading as well. So this is specifically surrounding the energies of this transit. However, astrology, it doesn't function in such a precise and limited manner. If you're seeing this at a later point in time, you could be coming across this because you're at a point in your life where you are currently processing the energies of or the events that took place in your life during this transit. So let's get started and see what it holds. It looks like you are expecting to communicate at this time. It seems to like you're expecting to make a sort of like small, innocent, like maybe being a little more, it's like you expect to hold back more, to be a little more cautious in what you're communicating. But it's going to surprise you, like once you get going, once you start talking, just how much the walls come down. It's like the boundary you were intending to create becomes a little more blurred. And it feels like you're able to be more, yeah, that energy about authenticity. It feels like you're able to be a little less rigid, a little more flowing, and when you get in that energy, it's like your true self comes out. It almost feels like it feels like channeling. There's a little bit of a challenge here, though, surrounding finding the emotional satisfaction, or like connecting with the emotional satisfaction you desire. We'll clarify that in a moment. But it looks like you're going to be creating a foundation for something new, working towards that. It's like you're not going to go straight into your 9 of Cups. There's going to be more of a building up. It's like something about this period in time. It's like it's the initial stages for something that you're growing into something bigger, into something more. And ultimately, like something about this communication and like letting those walls come down, working like slowly and methodically towards your like your hopes and your dreams. Because it's like from where you stand right now, it's like they may be feeling a little out of reach, perhaps. But it's like they're not. They're really not. It's just you haven't been actively working towards them. You haven't been putting in the effort. You've been holding yourself back in some way because there's been some sort of imbalance in the communication. And ultimately, you speaking up at this time is going to bring things back into balance. It's like being able to let these walls down. It's a very, very healing experience for you. It feels very spiritual as well. It could be like triggering a spiritual awakening within you. And your advice is to like focus on your long-term goals, focus on your long-term vision, to like not focus on like how much there is to be done, how much like how far you have to go still, just like focusing on where you want to be and knowing that you're like on your way there. Because there is this underlying element of like tension, conflict. There may be multiple people that you need to communicate with. Yeah, it's like you need to you first need to communicate with yourself. That's like the Ace of Swords. Like gain some clarity for yourself, or this is something you've already done in like a previous astrological cycle. But it's like there's two opposing people. Like these people don't interact with one another. You interact with both of them. And there's something you have to communicate to each of them. And it feels very, very similar but different. It's like these people are like on opposite sides of some kind of mirror. And something about, I don't know if it's like with one or both of those people, something that you communicate causes some conflict, some tension. It's almost like an element of like competition between those people, even though they don't interact. And like the source of this conflict is like you're trying to manifest something new. Okay. And so, yeah, one of these people is like an old person and one of them is like a new person. And it's like your desire to create something new in your life is going to be upsetting to someone. But it's like this person that you're going to upset has grown very cold and distant in some way, or maybe they like always have been. It feels like a skeletal. I'm hearing like the skeletal remains of a relationship. It's like something about this connection was like bare bones from the very start. It's like things took some sort of natural progression, but it's like void of feeling. It feels very like logical, very practical, very material perhaps. But it's like you something about you has changed. You've gone through a change of some kind. And it's like where that used to seem normal to you, there's been some sort of shift, and it's like you've been shown an opportunity for a deeper emotional connection, and it's like you've tried to like fight it and hold yourself back from it. But now you're gaining the strength to make a different choice, to take a chance on the possibilities, some sort of fantasy on your wish come true. It's something that you feel very intuitively guided towards. And it's going to be a test of your faith to stabilize that into reality, to let go of what you know no longer serves you, so you can find something that balances with your like your the new version of yours, like the new and improved version of yourself, or the person that you want to grow into, like something that feels aligned with you on a deep spiritual level and feels like wish fulfillment. Okay, let's clarify some of this with another deck. We'll start with the Page of Swords. Okay, yeah, like I said, the communication is very healing. This need to communicate is part of your like plan for the future. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said before, it's like someone is being left in the past. Someone is like a part of your future. You need to create some sort of closure with the past as you decide to step forward with an offer. It's like something's happening during this period of time that you have to make clear what your intentions are, what is bringing you a sense of balance, what it is that you're deciding to do. And I'm getting a message that these two people get two different stories. It's like there's two different walls, and something about these like barriers coming down, that it's like I'm seeing like someone only like rolling down their window and only like cracking it a little bit to like speak to like this past person. It's like telling them the bare minimum necessary to accomplish the task. And what's more surprising to you, it's like I'm getting there was this intention to only like crack the window for the time being with this other person, that there's a desire to connect with in the future. But it's like, it's something about once that channel is open, more comes pouring out than you would have expected. Let's clarify the Emperor in reverse. Yeah, you're not holding back anymore. You're ready for like a new beginning, and there's a message about it being something real. Like authenticity is it's like a really important concept, really important energy surrounding this communication, surrounding this period of time. And yeah, it's like there's a need for you to be authentic about what it is that you desire, what it is that like makes you feel grounded, makes you feel secure, what sparks your passion, what excites you, what makes you like curious and like enthusiastic, but it's like it doesn't feel like a fantasy. It feels very, very grounded, very real, very stable. It may be revealed that there's like a desire. It's like you're definitely going to be expressing to this person your feelings and the happiness that comes from this connection, and that's like seen in the future, and also like communicating this need for freedom. But I'm also getting this message that it's like maybe you weren't intending to express feelings surrounding commitment of some kind, but that may ultimately reveal itself in some way. Let's look at this 9 of Cups here. Okay. Yeah, we saw the Queen of Swords there. It's like your challenge was feeling emotional satisfaction. The distance that you felt, the coldness that you felt with this person was not the partnership that you intended it to be. It wasn't. It didn't feel peaceful. Like it feels like this energy of like hostile relations attempting to appear amicable, but there's this underlying hostility and combativeness that it's like you felt a need to like shield yourself from like protect yourself from. It's like that's why there's been this like withdrawing in communication that happens now. This is like why you have to like crack the window down to talk to them and tell them what you really need to tell them, because it's like you've had that shit rolled all the way up, and it's like you just crack it to say something and then roll it back up again because it doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel. It's like if you were to roll that all the way down, it's like it doesn't feel safe to like meet that person face to face in like an authentic, like clear, like mutual way. I'm hearing that ship has sailed. I'm not sure what that means specifically, if that's like about the communication or what. I feel like that something about that phrase is important to somebody. Like this is something that you like thought to yourself or something. I don't know. Let's look at the 3 of Crystals. Ooh, that's a lot. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. Yeah, it's like you had to make a decision to build something new for your future. You've had a lot of fear and anxiety about having this communication. It's like that's part of what has held you back, is like some sort of fear surrounding like how this communication would go. But it's like you dream of being happy, being able to communicate and collaborate with someone on an emotional level, like long into your future. It's like that's the wish. That's what you've been missing from your life in some respect. And that's what you see as this like opportunity available to you in the future. And that's what you're building towards. And the Spirit is saying that like this is a line, this is the path that you're going to find that on. It's like you know that intuitively. You may be like letting getting in your head and like letting your mind get the best of you about it sometimes, like letting that fear and doubt creep in. But it's like deep down on a soul level, you know that you're moving toward what's going to make you more happy than you've ever been. And it's like you have a gut feeling about it that you just can't ignore. And you're absolutely right. It's like this is the success that you've been looking for. Let's look at Temperance. The Emperor. Yeah, it's like it's necessary for you to set some boundaries with this person from the past. It's normally it's normally. I was trying to say it's necessary. It's necessary to be clear and direct, but like also like determined about shutting the past down. I'm getting this message that there may have been, it's like you may have tried to pull yourself away from that energy at some point previously, and it drew you back in some way. It's like you have to establish control over yourself, like set some boundaries to protect yourself, not just like throwing up a wall, but like being clear and strategic, like purposeful about what you set, and like not allow and communicating that clearly how you feel, and not looking back to the past anymore, allowing yourself to not backtrack, not take it back when this like immature person like starts in with their like, I'm hearing pity party or something. I'm not sure what it is that they're like saying or doing, or like how it is that they like typically try to like reel you back in. But it's like it's bullshit. It's fake. Like it doesn't hold air. It doesn't breathe air. It's like this person is like a fish out of water. It's like they're out of their element. If they're like attempting to stay with you in the future that you want to create for yourself, in that scenario, they're out of their element. They don't know how to exist and be authentic and like not superficial on the level that you need going forward. So it's like you've just looked back on this for the last time and are going to be turning around and walking toward these other two cups. You know, it feels disappointing. It feels like a loss. It feels like I'm getting a strong hit on failure. That's something it's like that you've allowed yourself to give in, because it's like you were like determined for this past situation not to be a failure, but it's like you can't create it into being something other than what it is, just to like prevent yourself from losing or something. Because it's like sometimes we have to have a loss of one thing in order to gain something that turns out to be like more or better in some way. All right, let's look at the Ten of Crystals. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, it's like you're feeling this desire to like rush towards like your long-term future. It's like you wanna establish like a solid situation in the future, and it's like you're almost kind of like feeling impulsive about it, like feeling in a hurry to get there, because it's like it's this feeling like you're starting over. And you're like, okay, I just want to be like back to where I was with a different scenario. And, you know, this is something that you're being asked to reflect on a little bit more, to sort of like go within. That'll bring you some clarity. Oh. Okay. Well, I'm being told, like, I was sort of like feeling like maybe there was some sort of element. Okay, there's like a message here, like different things for different people. Like some people don't need to be too hasty. It's like it's like you don't want someone to hear you, don't want someone to know something too soon, too early. So it's like while you're communicating all of this, it's like you don't actually necessarily want to take action that quickly. Like you may be a little hasty with the communication, but it's like some of you don't need to necessarily be hasty with the action towards like going straight to like this like long-term family legacy type scenario. But I also had a clear message for others of you. It's like it's more of an energy of like, you've thought about this already. You know exactly where you're going. You're very clear on it. You don't have any questions. And there's like at this point, there's nothing holding you back. And other people you may be afraid of other people judging you or criticizing you, for like moving too fast into something that feels like a big commitment. But it's like, they don't know what you've been through. Any of those people that would like judge you or like be concerned about it, like, it's not their life. They don't know what you've been through. They don't know the thought that you've put into this. They don't have the same understanding. They don't have the same feelings that you have. And therefore, they do not understand your actions, your fast movement, and they don't trust it in the same way that you do. But it's like for some of you that's resonating with, like, it's like you don't have any questions anymore about where you're going. So it's like you've already thought it through. You're taking this attitude of like, I know what I want, and I've held myself back from it for long enough, and I don't see any need to do that anymore. I've done it for as long as I need to, and I'm going to go get what I want right now. Good for you. Good for you. Okay, let's get just a couple of oracle cards to clarify. We have adapt and present. You will get yourself where you want to be. Whether you're someone who needs to move a little more slowly, a little more cautiously, and sort of be patient with yourself, or whether you're one of these people that's like, nah, I know where I'm going, and I'm going right now. It's like, you're prepared to adapt yourself in whatever way is necessary to get what you want. Wow, present. Journey into the garden to escape the two eternities, the past and the future. Wow. So that's a strong message. It's like, with this situation you've been dealing with previously or currently, there's an energy of like you've constantly been living in the past and the future, like dwelling and ruminating on like things that have occurred, things that could be different, how you wish things had gone this way or were happening another way. And also like to counter that, looking towards the future, like trying to like grasp at a potential for something to be better, and like projecting out into the future, daydreaming about that instead of living in the present and dealing with the present, and like putting yourself in the future you want to see in the present moment. And that's what's happening now. This movement that you're taking, this communication that you're making, it's going to put you in a position of being able to live in the present moment more of the time. And it's going to change the way you view your life, the way you live your life, the way you experience your life. Something about like, once, that's not to say we never speak of the past and future and never think about them, but it's going to be quite a contrast to what you've been living once you live more in the present. And that's going to happen for you more strongly once you get yourself out of this past cycle of being like drawn back in and step onto the path that you see as your future and just like let yourself be guided down it here. And at the bottom, share, the busy bee should still make time for each flower. Yeah, it's like you can't ignore your responsibilities. You can't just throw like the same coldness at your past that you've experienced from it. It's like there's a need to give appropriate weight and time and energy to closing out that cycle to complete it. Just in the same way that you would put the time and energy and focus into the future that you're creating and bringing into the present. Because, you know, they're related on the timeline. It's like if you don't put the attention to properly closing out the past, it's going to be like dragging on you as you try to like pull the future into the present. So, yeah. It's important to open up and be honest where it's important. Okay, so if this reading resonated with you, give it a like, comment down below, share it with someone, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for letting me read for you today. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can find details on how to do that in the description box below. And I will see you later. Bye.